of New York town. This country boy is a singing when the sun goes down. He had all the answers about the way things ought to be. Some folks came to listen, some folks couldn't see that there's pain in his fingers, pain in his heart, trying to make a living, searching for a brand new start. Who needs somebody that don't buy everything, give everything he owns just for a chance to sing? He played all the honky-tonks, he played all the bars, he played all the one-night stands, trying to be a star.
We're on the air, holy mackerel.
Hi, Mom.
Well, say
The only
hi
one
to
that
Jim.
knew it
Jim's
was
a
the
good
cow.
guy. Well, Robin's good too.
Yep.
Just-
Old
Yep.
Chuck there.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, Chuck, you're on your toes. That's what I like.
God damn, I'm paying attention here, but
What the hell
Carl,
is he saying? Huh?
Well, hey, don't knock him. He's the only one that knew we were on the air.
You can see that TV over there.
That's
yes, I could. but
That's
I was
right. That
turning my
TV
way.
should be facing us. Then we would have had a clue. But
Yeah.
we are clueless.
Don't be so
sometimes.
tough. Well, since you got everybody's names, why don't you introduce everybody?
All right. So we have tonight with us Barry Rose and Wayne George, and they are with Twist and Shout.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna guess everybody kind of knows pretty much, but if you don't, Twist and Shout, they do a tribute to the Beatles. Everything is Beatles.
Makes sense, right?
Makes sense to me, yeah. So, recently you said you've been doing some gigs, and one of them took you to where was that? That was,
the Congressional Country Club
Okay,
in
that's-
Bethesda. That was pretty interesting.
yeah, and where is the?
In Maryland, right outside of
okay,
Washington,
all right,
D.C.
all right, very
Everybody's
good.
moving
Wow.
south.
Everybody moving south.
Well, yeah, you know.
Well, we were in Nashville. We liked it. My grandson went with me, and he liked the white lightning they had. Yeah.
I could imagine.
Oh, it's
Well, what do you
dripping
think
off
of-
everybody's hat and everything. You just put your cup out, and there you go.
I'll tell you, I've been thinking about the Blue Ridge Mountains there. They got some good.
They make it, and it's smooth. I don't know what
Yes.
happened to these people up here, but
Real smooth.
Yeah.
it makes you forget.
Just about every show we talk about moonshine. I don't know if that.
Moonshine!
Yeah.
That's because we got a cow here, whatever the heck he is.
Moonshine!
Milkshine.
So, are you going to be playing anywhere soon, or?
Well, let's see. Actually, Barry and I do a duo. We're playing tomorrow night, which is Friday the 17th at the Newburgh Brewing Company
Oh, okay.
in Newburgh, and Saturday in Cornwall, New York at Brothers Barbecue.
Oh wow.
Well,
So
there's
we
a
play at a
brewing
couple of those.
company just moved into Port Jervis too. They got all the big
Yeah.
tanks and everything.
Microbrews are very popular now.
They're really
they really
popular.
are.
Yes. Yeah. And there's another one that opened up. I don't know if you've ever Lake Wallenpaupack.
Uh-huh.
They have a brewing company out there now.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, there's money in that.
We also play outside of Salisbury, Maryland at a place called Tall Tales Brewing Company,
Oh wow.
which is really neat.
Yeah.
Now,
Very
do
nice.
you always play the Beatles stuff, or at that stuff? It's
Well-
just you guys. You play little everything.
We do a little bit of everything. I'm kind of a piano player, or actually, I am a piano player. So I like to do my idols: Elton John, Billy Joel,
Okay.
McCartney, Jackson Brown,
See,
Don
keyboard
Henley.
players know how to arrange stuff and use the right chords for songs and stuff.
Most of the time.
Us hillbillies, we just scramble through it.
And then
Skip-
Barry makes me look good because he's a very
Oh, yeah.
amazing guitarist.
Aw.
He is.
believe a word.
Don't believe a word. Yeah.
But this came out of your solo.
We skip,
Right,
we
right.
skip chords and stuff. It makes it so much easier.
Well, it's like with Beatles. If you're not sure, folks, if you're not sure what chord it is, it's a C sharp minor. You'll be fine.
You'll be good, huh? That's funny. So you travel kind of far then, doing your your shows?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, wow.
It's important to play at places that are nice and you like them and they like you and
Right.
there's good crowds.
Yeah,
And
yeah, but I mean, Maryland's a schlep.
it was a
That's-
schlep
yeah,
today. It
that's
was a
yeah.
4.5 hour schlep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, where are you?
I'm in Hanover, Maryland, outside of Baltimore.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they come all the way up here for this crazy hillbilly show.
Holy,
And to see you guys and to play with Barry. This is
Wow.
my 3rd week in a row coming up to New York.
Wow. And Barry, are you from the same?
No, Bergen County, New Jersey.
Yay!
there you
That's
go.
where I grew up, Bergen
Well,
County.
Awesome.
We
All right.
played at Brotherhood.
Oh, I used to live at
I know you
Washingtonville.
played
yeah.
there a lot, and I think your son even
Yeah.
played
That's
there.
right, he did.
And
Yep.
Funny.
we had a packed
Yeah.
house dancing and stuff, but they wanted to give lectures about how to make the wine. And the lady came out. I didn't know who she was. She comes out, "Can't you keep this down?" I said, "Well, have a few more glasses of wine, you'll be with the party."
you
Here
go.
was the owner's wife. I never got invited back there.
Go figure.
That would
Yeah.
do it.
They should introduce you to the people, so you can sort of be more polite. But we're gonna do a special tonight
Okay.
because I would have done one when this happened, but I didn't know who to get a hold of at the time to get you. And a very special musician who, when you hear this music, you're going, "Wow!" And so you want to say something about it, or?
Well, yeah, this is my son, Jon. Jon George, and great piano player, great acoustic guitar player, vocalist. Started writing music in high school back in the 90s. And I guess when he was about 22 years old, 2005, we started recording some of his own music and poetry, and you'll hear some of that tonight. And the first song you're going to hear has his voice on it. Unfortunately, right after we started doing this, he passed away
All of a
from a
sudden?
massive heart attack from a undiagnosed enlarged
Now he
heart.
played the keys too, right?
Piano player, acoustic guitar player.
Damn
Yeah.
keyboard
Now,
players.
When did he start playing instruments? Like,
Well, unfortunately, he was my kid, so he started when he was like walking.
okay, all
But
right. Wow.
yeah, he was very self-taught. I would show him stuff, and he would teach himself, and
Just pick
very determined.
Wow.
Yeah. As a
know,
matter of
he-
fact, he played with us in Twist and Shout in the Beatles tribute for the first 10 years.
And he was, and I know he was,
Oh,
he was
wow,
getting
that's
pretty
great.
popular in this whole area here
Right.
too. I know a lot of people always talked about him.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
So the wonderful part about this, and Barry is a huge part of it, Barry engineered this project and played guitar on it. When this happened, all of my and our friends came rushing. What do you need? What do you want? It's like, I want to finish this.
Right.
Now,
Yeah,
it took
nobody
7
could
years.
Even believe it. When I
Yeah.
heard, I'm going, "No way."
Yeah.
Wow.
So we worked on it for years
Wow.
and did a lot of soul searching as we figured out how would he like these songs to be.
That's yeah.
And so we kind of followed our hearts,
Right,
you know?
right.
And on a couple of levels, as a musician, I'm very proud of it. It's probably one of the best recording things I've been involved with, aside from one of some of the stuff we did back in the 80s, but
Right.
that was different lifetimes. We were cats back then.
But it's because of him that we reconnected.
It is because of him that
Oh,
we
really?
reconnected,
Oh,
yeah.
no kidding.
It's
Oh,
very
wow.
interesting.
We lost touch. I mean, we played together in the early 80s
Okay.
and then lost touch because life gets in the way.
Right.
And then-
Life
Right.
and families
Yeah,
and
yeah,
jobs.
Exactly. Right.
My old
Having to
sound
make a
guy,
living,
my
that's-
old sound guy does his sound. Jim.
Oh,
Yeah.
no kidding.
Jim.
Oh, really?
For
Jim-
21
Jim
years
Denny.
now.
Hi, Jim.
Jim,
You always did a
Robin.
great job for us.
Wow. That's.
So yeah, he was
Wow.
actually playing in a band that Barry and another guy, Phil, who produced this, Phil Garland,
Right.
were involved with, and he was like, "Wow, you guys don't live that far away. Why don't you get back together again?" And
Wow.
unfortunately, this happened, and that's what
Right.
really brought us back together. But it's a great CD. We're really proud of it
Oh, I can't
musically.
wait to
Of
hear
course,
it.
as a dad, I'm proud of it too.
Right,
But
right.
but
But-
it's solid. It is really
But
solid.
what a great way to have a memory. I mean,
And this is,
You know,
this
of-
show is
of
gonna go out to
somebody.
over 6 million viewers. We're in a lot of
yes,
places
Yeah, we are.
since we started this crazy mess. And
goes to
This
Brooklyn,
tribute will
Manhattan.
be seen by, goes all
Kingston.
Middletown and
Awesome.
the whole
Yeah.
Hudson Valley and
Yeah.
Sullivan County.
Yeah.
And, this is great to do something for him because,
Right.
he was a young guy coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we call it Keeping the Promise, because
Oh,
the
nice.
promise was that we were gonna get his music out there.
Oh,
That we had
wow.
made, sitting on the couch,
Right, right.
listening to the songs he was writing, and so we were able to do that,
Right.
and anybody else wants to get a copy of it, call us, we'd love to get it out to you.
wonderful.
The whole idea is
Wow.
to get it out to as many people as would
And
like
how-
to listen
how
to
can,
it.
people get a hold of you anyway?
They
Maybe-
can give me a call, we've got on the credits.
Oh, okay, good,
Hold
good.
this up.
Or they can go on CD Baby and pick it up.
Actually, don't we have we do
Yeah.
have a shot of this closer, right? Lois is
Somewhere,
gonna
yeah.
show that. Or I
Well, we're
can
gonna
get
show
up
this when we bring the
when
songs
we bring
up.
up to the song, okay.
So we're gonna go up to a video, right, first?
Right.
And this is him singing?
Yeah, this is the initial cut on the CD is called Pacific Coast Highway, and he wrote a poem that we put at the front of the song. Actually, my daughter recited the poem, and so there are some poems on this.
As well.
And as well, and it's basically about a trip that he took out when he graduated college.
Oh, neat. That's
Took out to Northern
Well, I
California
was gonna
because
say,
it was there,
obviously, yeah, that's
and so
great.
that's the title cut. And
Wow.
my dear friend Edward Kozowski, who played guitar, is also an art director, works for agencies in the city, and he put the video together
Great,
to the
that's great.
to the audio.
Wow.
So,
Oh, well,
listen, Dad, why don't
Yeah.
you introduce it?
Well, I'd like to introduce you to Jon George, Keeping the Promise, and here's first cut off the CD called Pacific Coast Highway.
All right,
Enjoy.
take it away.
Woo!
Been gone for half a day. The smell of asphalt overwhelmed my senses. Makes me wonder how long this progress can be trusted. Slip and slide through the seams, smooth off the edges. Quench your heart's thirst with dreams. Satisfy your soul with peace. Change the world with your beliefs. Sweet rolling breeze glides over the bay. Everything looks so real tonight. Maybe someday I'll understand the stars. But until then, I'll just keep wishing.
Wrinkled waters disappear into the distance. There's no sign of civilization. My eyes are fixed upon the tide. Alone but caught in conversation. And I think I lost my mind. Yeah, I think I lost my mind. Monster mountains tower all across the coastline. And the fire keeps on crackling. Yeah, the day turns into kick and scream until you're done. You find out everything's a lie. Yeah, I think I lost my mind. 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 Yeah, my mind.
That's damn beautiful.
That was, you know, it's just really, really sad and very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because he would have had one hell of a career.
I think so.
Absolutely.
I certainly hope so.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's great.
No, I mean, that's, you know, when somebody, you know, they just have it.
Mm-hmm.
You hear it, you know it. He had it. He had it. That's so. But I think that as you were saying, you're having to do a lot of the vocals on some of these songs. And are we going to get to hear the one that you were telling me
We
about
are a
just
little
now?
bit later, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine. What was the name of that?
Absence
Makes the heart grow fonder. And obviously, that your son was supposed to sing that, and then you wound up having to sing it, and I can't. I don't know how you even got
It's
through
hard
it.
to
I
do
can't
that.
even. No.
It was hard.
Absolutely.
But it was also healing, you know, and
You're right,
part of the
yes.
process.
Right. Yes,
you
you're
know.
right.
When
yeah.
we did, I think Jim then was with us. We did. I lost a grandson to SIDS, 6 weeks old.
Wow.
So I made a song for that. Fred Scribner was on it.
Oh, yeah.
and a bunch of people were on it, and I couldn't sing it live.
Yeah.
No way. But we raised enough money playing at the college over in Middletown and everything.
Uh-huh.
We started the first SIDS chapter in the Hudson Valley.
That's
Of course, it
very
was my
cool.
son's like, you gotta keep bringing this up. I said,
Yeah, no.
well, it's my outlet. I gotta,
Yes,
Yeah.
You know, so.
I totally
I
understand.
understand what you're saying. You just can't really sing it.
Right. Well, no. I mean, and everybody, you know, but that's what makes music.
Yeah.
And songs in general, that when it's really grabbing at your heartstrings and you're really feeling it, it makes really the song all that much more better.
Yeah.
Because it really, the emotion is true and real.
Yeah. The legitimacy,
right,
yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, don't ask Chuck. Look at him.
What? What about me?
You're a legitimate cow.
Ah, yes, I am.
I don't want to say prime rib.
Ah, fine, baby.
Chuck steak.
Chuck
Chuck
steak.
steak.
And his cousin is who?
I don't know who his cousin is.
What did we say? That Porterhouse?
Oh,
I forget.
I don't.
But,
Comes from good stock.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
If
right.
you ever
Oh,
have
yeah.
time on my website, I got pictures of my uncle on there. He played with Tex Ritter and
Oh, wow.
in all them over 100 movies in all them singing cowboy
Uh-huh.
movies where he
you
never
might
ran
know
out
my
of
brother
lead
if
or
you
anything.
Were you
And,
into
it's amazing how
playing
that career
back in
was.
the 70s, 80s in Bergen County?
Yeah, that was
Rich Duran?
This lady, we take her. We went to see Don and them play. I told
Uh-huh.
you they do all the old rock and
He
roll
played
songs.
All over
And
Bergen County.
she got snockered, I think.
He was mainly Boodles Opera
But,
House, or not, what's
It's
it
so
called?
much
Boodles
easier
Opera
to
House.
get up
It was in
with somebody who
Hackensack.
can just
No.
play it.
Hackensack. It
Yep.
was called Boodles, not
Yeah.
Boodles Opera, just
No.
Boodles.
Yes, I remember that.
You know, and the guy says, well, you want to do Falls in Prison? I went and learned it for you. I
But he
go,
played,
"You
you know,
learned
he
it,
played
yeah."
all over, too.
And
Maybe
they
you
play
heard
it
of,
the
group
way it's supposed to have been
Leviathan
played.
or
Sure.
Pegasus?
Pegasus.
Are you
He
with
was
us,
in
Donna?
Pegasus.
You in there?
Yeah, I'm telling him because he comes from Bergen County.
Don't hold that against him.
Everyone else does.
And I'm from Bergen County, and I was saying that he probably knew my brother, because my brother sang too, and he was in Pegasus, which of course
I
he said
actually
yes.
remember that band.
Yeah. My brother was the lead singer in Pegasus.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, didn't we
small
play
world.
him here
We
one
did.
night?
We played
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
this show here, Wayne, is about promoting local talent.
Sure.
And since they've had it, like I said, 27 years, we've had over 500 bands and singers on here, and most of them are all doing originals.
Uh-huh.
And we're lucky because we got 3 certificates from U.S. Congress and 4 from New York State Assembly for doing community service with a show.
That's great.
So,
That's great.
that's like for me and my wife's, we're proud of that, and we promote local talent, give them that window.
Yeah.
Because when I first started when I was younger, you couldn't get in the window. They
No.
wouldn't let you in, they won't talk to you unless
Nope.
you're a major artist.
That's so true.
And then somebody asked me to do this, he said, well, you never shut the hell up, we can put you on.
That's a whole different subject, Carl.
Yeah.
Carl never shuts up.
Yeah.
This is true.
All right, now what else we got before we get on that subject?
Well, I think we're going to play a CD,
Right.
a song off the CD, and this next one is called "How We Love Love," which is interesting because I believe he wrote it because you know how everyone has that first love, and it doesn't always work out that way.
Right.
So then subsequent loves come along, and you finally find the right love.
Right.
And I think that's where he's going with this,
With this,
about
yeah.
finding the right love and how great and simple it really is.
Right.
And one of the nice things about it, Phil Gerlando, who produced this, his daughter, Elisa, who is a professional singer, recording artist, it was one of those moments where, what are we going to do to make this thing have a little bit of a kick?
Uh-huh.
And she sings background on this, and it
Nice.
really, really makes it. Barry takes a really great guitar solo,
Oh,
and
nice. Oh, wonderful.
yeah. See, I
Wow,
remember
that's
these things.
yeah.
It's not. I just look old.
That's
Anyway.
great. That's great. Oh, good.
So, okay, what's the name of this one?
How We Love Love.
All right,
All
are
right.
we ready, Lo? All right, take it away.
I can hear the rain.
Don't.
I can feel it tapping on the roof. It's a perfect day. It's a day with you. It's a day with love. How we love love. I can wait for the sun. I can taste it rising in the blue. In the blue. It's a perfect day. It's a day with you. It's a day with love. How we love love. It's a day with love. How we love love. I can see you smile. It can touch my heart. You know it's true. You know it's true. It's a perfect day. It's a day with you. It's a day with love. How we love love. It's a day with love. It's a day with love. How we love love. It's a day with love. How we love love. How we love How we love
Let's make chocolate
What a
milk.
good voice she has.
Good song, wow.
So they wanted to go right into the next song. So we were talking about love, right? So the next song is called My Girl.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of songs
Yes,
called
it
My
is,
Girl.
yeah.
But this one is not about that love that you finally found. This is about that first love
Oh,
that
okay.
kinda, maybe it didn't work out too well.
Okay, all right.
So
Okay.
that's kind of what that
Okay,
one's about.
interesting,
That's why I
okay.
thought it was a good segue.
Okay, yeah. it is,
Remember,
yes,
this was
exactly.
written by an 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old, all these songs. So
Right.
there's a lot of first-time things.
Sure that he's
you know,
reflecting
a little bit of
on, and
irreverence
yes,
now and
yeah,
then, but, you know.
Yeah, very well. Well, that's what makes a song powerful, you know,
Sure.
because it's coming from the heart, and
What talent,
you know,
man,
whether
it's
it
great.
be whether it be good memories or bad memories, it's strong emotions that create, you know.
Yeah.
So that's great. Wow.
Yeah,
Good.
people out there who knew John, if you want to get this, what'd you say go to?
CD Baby.
CD Baby, and it's something you'll enjoy for
You
the
can
rest
get
of your life. It's
physical or downloads. Either one.
It's great music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
is.
would love to be able to get my hands on some more. of
You just
this,
did.
so, yeah.
That can be
Yes, I
arranged.
would, yeah, because we're getting my husband's family and my family. We've been pretty much into music, you know, strongly.
Sure.
And so, as a matter of fact, for Thanksgiving, I'm going up there, and I wanted to get Chris's CD as well.
Right.
I plan to give out CDs for Christmas. That's my thing. So anybody that I can turn them on
Sure.
to that they haven't heard would be
Good stuff.
Yeah, they'll like it. They'll like it. They'll enjoy
For
that.
$29.90.
Yeah, really.
Act now and get a free ice pick.
Yeah.
Void where prohibited.
This is great music, I gotta tell you.
No, it's actually
Let's
really
do this,
nice.
young man.
What a loss.
It is a true loss.
It was just like, it's similar to what happened with John Lennon. That was such a sudden thing.
Gosh.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what's the next tune on here?
My Girl.
My girl.
Oh, okay.
About
I
that
was
first
lost in that
love.
conversation.
About that first love.
Okay. Very
All
good.
right,
All right.
here we
My
go.
girl. Here we go.
I'm waiting for a friend in this whole world of strangers sitting here, wondering how it came to this. I wish you could tell me that she ain't happy and content with the life that she has led. Don't just stand there, help me out. I need a friend and I need one now. Lend me your hand, girl, I'll give you the world. There's nothing I won't do.
missing all the love she had so bad. She turned her head around and come back, return to me. Missing love we shared so long ago. Don't just stand there, help me out. I need a friend and I need one now. Lend me your hand, girl, I'll give you the world. There's nothing I won't do for my girl. Don't stand there, help me out. I need a friend and I need one now. Lend me your hand, girl, I'll give you the world. There's nothing I won't do for my girl. When you're sad, when you're lonely, many things you could do. Deep in your heart, you know you love me. Now you gotta tell me that you do. Don't stand there, help me out. I need a friend and I need one now. Lend me your hand, girl, I'll give you the world. There's nothing I won't do for my girl. Don't stand there, help me out. I need a friend and I need one now. Lend me your hand, girl, I'll give you the world. There's nothing I won't do for my girl. Don't stand there, help me out. I need a friend and I need one now. Lend me your hand, girl, I'll give you the world. There's nothing I won't do for my girl. Don't stand there, don't stand there, don't stand there, girl. Help me out, you gotta help me. Nothing I won't do. I love you, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, what
Good
great
song.
music
Yeah,
that is.
Really. Good.
It's
And
very
you know,
good.
I could like especially like the first song. You know, the second song, it gets you up and wanting
you
to
get
move,
drinking
you
wine,
know?
you dance
boy,
anything.
Yeah,
There you go.
holy moly.
Listen, I went with her to see Don play because he invites us, and we go. I come in the back or the back section. She's eating at somebody else's table.
Free food?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
I said, wait a minute, where did that come
Wait,
from?
now, I was with his wife, and we sat down at the table, and there was nobody
By
there.
yourself.
And they had some tortilla chips there, so,
And
you
they
know,
were all round
And
and
they
they
were
all
all-
looked the same.
And somebody else's
Well,
food.
who's gonna know that a few are missing?
One
Right.
drink, they were looking at him. 2 drinks, they were eating them.
That's true. And, well, wait, okay, so, but see, when he tells the story, he tells it obviously much different than it actually
Well, that's the
happened.
way I am.
It didn't happen quite the way he makes it sound. And I will tell you that on December 7th, which is a Thursday,
A day that will live in infamy.
you will hear the true story of what happened that
Yeah.
night.
Well, you know,
And you know
when you're
why?
eating somebody else's sandwich, it's just. And then the lady come over and go, well, you can have it.
No.
Sounds like a
no,
Seinfeld
that
episode.
Is not how it
I'm
happened.
going, I get up and sang with the band. I go, what are they doing back there?
He
They're eating somebody's lunch or something.
well, you want to know, the audience is going to find out the true story of how I got to eat that sandwich. It's not the way he said. And you know
Thunderbird.
And you know how come they're going to find out the real story?
She's coming here.
She is. Yes, to sing with
I
her
hope she
daughter.
brings you a sandwich.
I'm going to buy her one.
Man, oh man.
So the true story is what a nice woman. And anyway, so we're sitting there. I guess we must have looked like we were really hungry. So she says, you know, I just happen to have a sub sandwich in her bag with her. She goes,
It
would
looks
you
good
like
over
it?
there.
So she pulls it out and she opens it up and she goes, you know, help yourself. Well, I'm telling you, she didn't get 10 feet. We had that night. We're all.
So I come back here, I'm going, they bought us, I thought
Lois
she bought
and
us
I
sub.
are
So I'm
scoffing down.
going, I guess I'll have some of this sub. And then the lady comes back and goes, that's my sub. I go,
Food will do strange things.
so will alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I did have a few mojitos that night, I will admit. I will say.
I say a
He
blonde
does
had too
old-
much to
old
drink.
rock and roll. It's jumping. In the, like the
He plays a
60s
lot
rock
of the
and roll.
Beatles too, though. He does. He
And
does
the
a lot of
crowd goes bananas.
Yeah.
Sure.
And well,
Jumping,
of course,
screaming.
and then when Carl gets up there too, because what's great about Carl is that he loves to get the audience
I
involved.
shuffled on, I like
You
that.
know, and he'll hand out tambourines, and the next thing you know, he's got all the women. You know,
Of course,
up
what do you
there.
think I'm in this for?
Up there,
Just
you know,
looking,
but-
honey, just looking.
Yeah. But it's a great time. It's a lot of fun.
First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women.
And then you lose your job.
Then you get divorced.
Oh, man.
That's when they come to your house and they tell your wife,
I'm
he
pregnant.
told me that he loved me.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, yeah.
What do I do with this tambourine?
Yeah. Well, ain't mine, I give it to somebody else, yeah.
It's cute.
Speaking of twisting and shouting.
All right. Now,
Yeah, so,
these guys got a great band.
I really-
Someday you'll
yes.
hear them, sooner or later we'll get
well, what would be
Twist
great
and
is
Shout.
if we could
We
get
are
them
gonna
on
hear
the
them, they got a
show.
video.
We got a video for you.
of them
Yep.
playing.
Oh, well, all right.
Well, let me tell you the story about Twist and Shout. I'm so glad you asked.
Catch her in the middle.
21 years ago,
Okay.
we were members of the First Presbyterian Church in Goshen, New York, which
Oh.
still members of.
I work in Goshen,
That big tall steeple.
right?
And there was a leak in the roof of the sanctuary. So the pastor at the time, who's no longer there, is a new one, said, we need to do a fundraiser. So what do you want to do? Well, you play music, right, Wayne? And so I called up Eddie, my lifetime guitar buddy,
Okay.
and really the only brother I've ever had in my life. Only because we've known each other since we were 6.
Oh, wow.
And I said, what do you think? Lennon and McCartney. He's like, yeah. So we started this, we learned about 8 or 10 songs.
Right.
Jonathan was in the band, he was 13.
Oh, my God.
He goes, can I do it too? And we threw him a tambourine, we said, find 2 and 4. And we played this benefit, it was like 1996.
Oh, my gosh.
I think, something like that. And we fixed the hole in the roof. So we thought, and we had a bass player and a drummer, and we thought that was it. So right after that, I started getting phone calls, not from people outside the band,
Right.
from the guys in the band. Well, we got to keep doing this.
Oh,
This
wow.
is great. Well, then we played at the Orange County Fairgrounds
Oh,
for the
wow.
for the
All right.
fair, and then we started doing it, and here it is, 21 years later.
Wow.
We're still doing it, and Barry's been with us now for 4 years, 3 years, 3 years, something like that.
Wow, okay, wow.
And the band is not only family, but is just a joy.
Right,
It's the music we love. We play Beatles for 3 hours, and
Wow.
this video is some live performance. One is from New Jersey.
Okay.
Mexicali Live in New Jersey, and the other one is from the Captain's Cove Marina Club in Virginia.
Okay, all right.
And you put this one together, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it is
excellent.
live.
Wow.
Hard to
That's-
believe.
And now, is it all the same, pretty much the same original members?
Well,
Just with- now with-
actually, it's Eddie and I are the original members, the other
Okay.
guitar player, and we've gone through a few different
Okay,
people now.
Okay, so,
Um,
wow.
But
that's
it's
great.
still, well, Jim is still doing sound.
Wow.
He's
that's
good at
amazing.
sound.
Yeah. And it's just a sampling of 3 or 4 minutes of a bunch of Beatles songs.
Right. Oh,
Gives you an
great.
idea of
Wonderful.
what Twist and Shout is
Oh,
all
yeah,
about.
yeah. Well, if, I mean, if you're ever in this area, I would love to come and see you guys, so,
Sure.
just
We
let
will be
Carl
at the
know.
Newburgh Brewing Company
Right. Yeah, you said
on Labor Day Sunday. I think
Okay.
that's September 2nd
September 2nd. All
this
right,
year,
all
come,
right.
2018.
Okay.
That's, I know that so
You
far.
gotta see these guys.
Yeah,
Some-
yeah, I'm trying to
and you
figure out
get-
who I know
If you
that
close
lives
your
down
eyes,
that
it
area
sounds
so
just
that I
like
can
the
stay
Beatles, and
overnight.
you just get sucked right in.
Yeah, that's great.
You do.
And it's
I
fun.
always like to
We
hear
get a
you
kick
guys.
out of
Right,
playing.
yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
So now we're gonna go to a video of Twist and Shout, and it's a bunch of excerpts from different shows.
Excellent.
Are we ready, Lo? All right, boss lady, go ahead.
Twist and shout.
Should've known better with a girl like you, that I would love everything that you do, and I do. Hey, you so sincere, treat me like it's in the night. Oh. Somehow I will know. Someday when I'm lonely, wishing you weren't so far away. Still my guitar, gently weep.
Yeah!
Well, you know what? Honestly, who doesn't like the Beatles? I mean, do you
Well,
know?
I went in a music
I've
store
never
one
met-
time like a dummy, and I says, "Oh, how many songs could they have?" So they got the Golden Book.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, I remember that. Oh, yeah, I remember that." It was like 100 of them on there. I go, "Holy mackerel!"
It's just amazing. Amazing musicians.
The most
really.
fun we have is every winter we take some time off and we try to update the show. So the hardest decision is what songs do you kill for next year and what songs do you add? And then we constantly go back and forth about that, you know.
Well, didn't somebody make like sort of like this on a record where they went through all their songs?
We've actually written 2 medleys now that have 8 or 9 songs in them because everybody wants to hear all these songs. So
Wow.
it's entertaining.
Right. So you never got a chance to meet any of the Beatles in person?
No,
No, right.
no,
That would be a great,
not
something.
not yet.
Not yet, right, yeah.
Let's
you
just
never
say,
know.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
here's
yeah.
a story about Paul McCartney. This was recently. Don, or the guy I was talking about, did Felix the Cat. He went and seen that show in Manhattan,
Yes.
wherever it was in Manhattan there, the show he was doing. And they know him, Paul McCartney, and he sang Happy Birthday to him, directly to him.
To 'em. Wow, that's so cool.
He says, I couldn't believe it. And yeah, he's talked about it for a while. But, that's amazing, you know, to get
It
Paul
really is.
McCartney saying Happy Birthday to you.
When
That's
is
for sure.
Dawn's birthday? Must have
I'm
been
not
about
sure
a
of the
month
date.
or 2 ago.
When he went down there,
Yeah,
yeah.
when he went down there.
Well, he just went overseas somewhere with Gloria Gaynor
Yes.
for some fundraiser.
Right, that was, wasn't that to Texas?
Yeah,
That
Texas,
was to
yeah.
Texas, yeah. So,
That's overseas.
No, that wasn't. No, he went. He did go to Texas. He went over to
Texas
see
with
where that earthquake hit.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Holland. Oh,
Holland.
that's
He
true,
went to Holland.
too. But he went to Texas with Gloria Gaynor.
Boy, where you been? That's here. Never mind.
Me! You're the one overseas.
boy.
I'm like, oh, hey, I know he went to Texas.
But when you're that successful and you have that money, you can go to
There
the
you
moon
go.
if you want to.
sure.
You know. So what else we got here?
Well, I think we're going to do that song you had talked about off of John's Keeping the Promise
Wonderful.
album.
Okay.
This is an interesting song because I remember when he wrote it, and he came to me and he sang it to me, and it's entitled "Absence Makes the Heart Grow Fonder," and I said, "That's really good. Where's the bridge?" It's a music thing, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right.
Where's the bridge? You know? And he goes, "Oh, I don't have a bridge yet." So this was the kind of the yin yang we would have together. And I'm like, "You gotta have a bridge." You know? Come on, bud, you gotta have a bridge.
Right.
And so he goes, "You write the bridge."
Oh, wow.
So I said, "Give me that thing." And I went down to the piano.
Oh, funny.
Well, you know, like typical
Right.
fathers do,
Right.
right? I came back and I threw it at him and I went, "There's your bridge." And he goes, "Wow, that's really good." So we got to collaborate, believe it or
That's
not,
great.
while he was still here on this song. So it has the bridge in it. It's interesting, as we were recording it, we realized there was a poem that went along with it, and we had it at the beginning. And somehow something happened where it wasn't quite. There's a guitar solo at the end in the outro, and it fades out. And I think it was Phil's idea. I'm not sure. I'm going to give him credit for that. Nice job, Philly. But let's put the poem in the song at the end, kind of like a Moody Blues type of thing, and it works.
Wow.
And what's interesting is I could never figure out what who the person was that this song was intended for, you know, and it was very challenging to sing "Absence Makes the Heart Grow Fonder" after he was gone. But I think as I've learned to live with this, I realized that he wrote it so that I could sing it.
Nice.
And so it was like, wow, he wasn't supposed to sing this song. I was supposed to sing this song.
Right.
So it kind of turned it around for me,
around,
you
right.
know, and that's what gives me peace,
Right,
you know.
right.
So I hope you.
Well, give me a second.
it. Yeah.
Quiet on the set there, granddaughter. I hear him talking in the back.
There must be food.
Yeah, food.
No, that's Lowe's and not my job.
We thought we were gonna have hot dogs tonight. I think Roy's so busy. He started making pizzas now, so he's like 82 pizzas in one night he
Wow.
sold.
We ordered,
Make
the
it
other day,
84.
We ordered
Yeah.
pizza from Roy when I was at my job. Good job. Excellent food.
Yeah, if
makes
you're ever
it
in
darn
this
right
area,
good.
you wanna have some really good
Uh-oh.
food, go to Roy's Corners, the old Homer's
I
uptown.
think I've actually been there.
And he's had it
The
for
last
2
time I was up
years,
here, it was delicious.
and,
If Roy's owned it now, what, about
2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
His wife's gonna have a bakery next door, he owns
Wow.
the whole corner, and it's great food over
I mean,
there.
you know, his hot dogs.
24 toppings he has for hot dogs.
Well, first off, he's got 24
Buck a
different
piece.
Right, a buck a piece with all these. I mean, these incredible, you know, like combinations, and then he has hot dogs that, let's say, actually one of them that's my favorite is a shrimp parm hot dog. There's literally.
Oh, he's got
yeah,
Sabrett
it's-
hot
Yeah,
dogs.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
So.
We
That's
go
pretty
there
neat.
Wednesdays, he has a chicken parm. The chicken's like that big.
Oh, it's
Everything is big and killing though. That's like, forget it. You'd have to go there. I got the menu where you can take a look quick.
You have
look
to
at
buy
it.
a dog on the way home.
I'll tell
We're
and
getting
you
a
know, for
dog.
$1, where are you gonna find a
Yeah.
dog with
Milkshakes
toppings?
on
you know,
Friday for
with
$1.
several toppings because
I
it's
know.
not just
That's
one.
great.
It's just like the old time diners where everybody
Yeah,
goes in, they
it
all
is.
talk and
Yeah.
eat and everything. It's great.
Yeah, it's a great place and good food. So
But he's got some really, really good music here. It's
yeah,
phenomenal.
I'm really enjoying everything that I've heard. Really.
Well, thank
honestly,
you.
So I can't
Because
wait to hear this.
when he was still alive, I've heard like rumors about him being good. Go see him, but you know when you're in the same business. I didn't get to see nobody. They was
Right.
working, I'm working.
Right.
I might see him in the Monroe Diner.
Yeah.
Uh,
He likes them. He used to love
you
the
know
Monroe
Billy
Diner.
from Big Etzel. You remember Billy's Big Etzel?
No.
Oh, you didn't know him?
No.
Oh, well, he used to play the Seashore, so he told me, we're down there, we get rooms, everything. They take it out of your pay. So by the time he got the good money, they were taking so much out, he's making $75 a man. I says, you might as well stay right up here. All that travel, and he's got roadies and all that
Yep.
stuff. And I'd see him in the diner when they're way back. They'd come up.
You know what's so funny though is that when you listen to the musicians and everybody knows that you really don't make a lot of money being a musician. It's really out of love.
I don't even
that
think
you
the
continue
stars do,
on, you know?
really.
5 minutes? All right, so we need
gotta listen to
I
this
guess
one.
we gotta get
Yeah,
this
we gotta
going.
listen to this one. So Donna, don't eat the sandwiches.
All right, so, and this is
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Excellent.
You're everything and more to me. You're my angel in this world. You pick me up when I've fallen down. You're with me as each day turns. We share the good times and the bad. You're always in my heart. Even when we're miles away, we're never apart. They say absence makes the heart grow fonder. How long will I have to walk this lonely road alone? They say absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm just waiting to come home. I'm holding back the tears, reminiscing through the years. You love me right from the start. You're always in my heart. You're the one whose smile brightens up my day. You're the one who always knows just what to say. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. How long will I have to walk this lonely road alone? They say absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm just waiting to come home to you. You're the one who always knows just what to say. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm just waiting to come running home to you. They say absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's so hard to live without you.
Through any tear you cry, I'll be there by your side. In smiles and rays of light, my spirit lives inside. Remember me forever, and when you do, please don't be sad. 'Cause your soul is what you take with you, made up of all the good times that you had. You're missing me, I'm missing you, but I have not gone away. I'm the smile in your world of crying, breathing life when I was dying. You're broken, you're shattered, you're lost without a clue. But understand, I am your angel.